What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back with a new video, and today, it is time that we discuss the 2023 Kentucky gubernatorial race. Now, I've been discussing this election every now and again, but I think it is time we do another deep dive into what is one of the most competitive races of 2023. Of course, we got the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. The Mississippi governor's race is surprisingly becoming competitive, but this is one of the only other major races of 2023. And I think it's time we discuss this race in detail. And can Republicans actually beat Andy Beshear in the state of Kentucky? Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a day, or $3 a month, excuse me, you could join Real American Politics, which is a phenomenal deal as it helps support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, that is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join today. Alright. Let's get into today's video. So, the 2023 Kentucky gubernatorial election. Many people are saying that Republicans are not the favorites, or Andy Beshear is the 100% clear favorite, yada, yada, yada. And you can make an argument all you want about this race. But let's get into it. Let's just discuss this from an outside perspective. So, of course, the incumbent governor is Andy Beshear, the not really moderate governor of Kentucky. I mean, people make it sound like he's some true moderate. Yes, compared to people, compared to Democrats nationally, yes, he is slightly more moderate. But it's like, okay, you're just Pete Buttigieg of Kentucky and maybe a little bit less cringe on an issue here and there. But outside of that, Andy Beshear is a fake moderate. I'm getting sick and tired of these people that make it sound like Beshear is the most moderate Democrat in the world. He really isn't. And it's looking like he's going to be the Democrat candidate, obviously. There are some people challenging him. Pepe Martin, Republican nominee in 1999. I doubt he's really going to do anything. But the other one, Jeff Young, the lunatic clown of the Democrats in Kentucky, he's running for governor. Now, if you don't know who Jeff Young is, look it up. That guy's a freaking nut job. I mean, there's some crazy people in the world, and then there's Jeff Young. I mean, just go look up that shit show of a past this guy has. It's just, why? Just absolutely why? But outside of that, it's like a 99.9999999% chance Andy Beshear does win the Democrat nomination. He has all the money. He's fairly well liked in Kentucky, so I doubt that he loses the primary. But the Republican side, oh man, what a complete and total clown show. Luckily, we only have two candidates that I would say have a serious chance. Yes, there's a lot of candidates, but there's only two of them that I would say have a remote chance to pull it off. The first one is Attorney General of Kentucky, Daniel Cameron. He is the Trump-endorsed and supported candidate in this race. And I do support Daniel Cameron. In my opinion, of the options we got, he is the best. He is the best on the issues. He won a statewide election beforehand and not just some, third-tier statewide race where no Democrat ran. He ran in a race and won when Democrats won the governorship. So Daniel Cameron is a solid guy. He did win in the past. So yeah, he won with like 57% of the vote. Yeah, right here. 58% of the vote in a year when Democrats won Kentucky. So he is a fairly strong candidate. He's not cringe on the issues. He's good overall. Now, his main competition is Kelly Craft. Oh boy. Look, I can make a whole video, and I will dedicate it to Kelly Craft. She is the David McCormick of this race on steroids. Look, you know David McCormick from Pennsylvania? He has some problems. Yeah, Kelly Craft makes David McCormick look like a right-wing nationalist. I mean, the guy, she shills for Mitch McConnell. She's a puppet for him, and she just sucks on the issues overall. I can make a whole video dedicated to Kelly Craft. Now, beforehand, Savannah Mannix was probably my personal choice, but she did sadly drop out due to funding. So, it's really between Daniel Cameron and Kelly Craft. Again, Kelly Craft is just a Mitch McConnell puppet. She's not good on the issues. She's just cringe overall. Daniel Cameron is the best overall on the issues and of the realistic options we got. So Daniel Cameron I fully support in this race. Now, the question is this. Can we actually pull it off in the state of Kentucky? Most people have it leaning Democrat to likely Democrat. And I have some... I would say I'm not the biggest fan of these ratings. The biggest reasons being is there's a lot of unknowns about this race. We really don't got the polling data we got. I mean, the only polling data we have is from Mason-Dixon. Again, I know polling's not everything, but it's really the only thing we got outside of, you know, I guess you could say factors or metrics or whatever you want to call it. But polling, well, Andy Beshear is winning by 9, yes, but it's 11% undecided. And you look inside that poll, a lot of the undecideds are conservative-leaning voters. They're going to overwhelmingly break for Daniel Cameron. So this race is going to be a toss-up beyond old toss-ups. And Daniel Cameron is the guy that can, and I hope, beat Andy Beshear this time around. Now, Beshear in 2019, there's 2 reasons he won this race, and he only won by a half point. And people are going to say, oh, well, he won against Matt Bevin, who was the incumbent Republican. Well, Matt Bevin is one of the most crappiest candidates we have ever ran in Kentucky. The guy was endorsed by Trump, Pence, and the entire Kentucky GOP was behind him. Yet he only got 53% of the vote. Yeah, he only got 53% of the vote in what should have been a walk in the park primary. So yeah, this idea that, 2019, the Beshear was a strong candidate. Yes, he's a fairly strong candidate, but he's not some electoral god that's, going to win every single cycle. Beshear won because of circumstances. Yes, he's a strong candidate, and he is a big overperformer. You could say that for many people. That doesn't mean there's some electoral juggernauts. If this was anybody else but Bevin, or this was not 2019, if this was 2015, 2011, whatever, the national environment could have been neutral, and Beshear would have got slapped in this race. That's the only reason Beshear won, because it was after a blue wave, and 2019 was certainly a blue wave across the board. And Beshear's not going to have it this time. This time, best case scenario, he's getting a neutral environment. AKA, they're really not favoring anybody. That's not the best signs for Andy Beshear. And the point we do got, he's not cracking 50% against the one major candidate that he should be getting over 50% of the vote with. It's going to be close, and there's many signs indicating that Beshear could be taken out. Now, here's something I've learned about Kentucky while researching this. Kentucky is also a critical state for 2024. Why do I say that? There's been a trend developing with the state of Kentucky for governorships. Now, I made a video yesterday detailing bellwethers, but just look at this. In 2019, Andy Beshear won. He is a Democrat. In 2020, Biden, quote-unquote, won the 2020 election. 2015, Bevin won. Guess what? Trump won in 2016. All right? 2011, this is the only time, or actually, that's correct. Yeah, Beshear, Steve Beshear, the father of Andy Beshear, he won the next year. Obama won re-election, which arguably was a freaking miracle. I mean, people forget that Obama should have lost 2012, but That's here or there. Kentucky, you look at 2007, same deal. Beshear won by a lot. 2008, Obama won. 2003, Republican won. Well, guess what? Republican won the presidency. Now, trends go in cycles. I'm not saying that automatically if Republicans win this seat, we're going to win the presidency, but you're noticing there is a trend the past 20 or so years. Who's ever won the Kentucky governorship, the next year, that party will win the presidency. And, well, that's why I'm saying that this could be a fascinating result, because if Daniel Cameron can beat Andy Beshear, maybe an indication we win into 2024. But we just got to see what happens. Again, I fully support Daniel Cameron. He's our best option to beat Andy Beshear. He's good on the issues. He's won in the same year that Andy Beshear won by only a point. Cameron won by 15. So there's a lot of indicators to say Cameron could absolutely pull this race off. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.